Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to episode 3 of Margie Presents Hella Random. So last time I didn't really cover much of what I was planned because of the chaos that was happening at Capitol. And today I became a little bit more prepared. Or at least I think I'm more prepared. Also, I didn't do a makeup look because I just got off work and just decided, you know what, let's do it. I need to do it. And then on Sunday, after this episode, I will do another episode and I get glammed up. I also did my nails, but don't judge me there. I try to do the dip powder because I was trying to make it easier, and then it just no, I'm not good at my nails, making my nails. Nope. They look worse than before. So maybe another reason why I didn't want to do my eye makeup, because I do a close-up and then you can see my nails, and I was already embarrassed and spiraling again. So anyways, yes, so I also gotta learn to stop saying all the time. I'm like, wow, you're so annoying. All I say is but yes, I don't know why I say that all the time. I gotta bring it back. Bring it back. So I just got off work. Usually don't even wear this. I just put it on because I want to look less like a gremlin. And this is what every day when if I do my makeup, like for work, literally this is all I do. Just my eyebrows, eyeliner, mascara. I used to do my face all the time, where foundation, eyeshadow, all this and all that, concealer, and then I noticed my face started getting different color, like it wasn't uneven color. So that's why you can see my dark circles. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip you guys off. You can see my dark circles, a little bit of bangs. That's it. I don't want to zoom in. I don't want you guys to see my blackheads, which I don't think I have much. I don't know. I try to keep up my skin routine, which, trust me, it's a lot better than what it used to be. But yes, so I stopped using like makeup like that every day, and I just do this. Sometimes I just do the eyebrows just because I'm like, I don't know, like, it's crazy how you grow up and you feel, or as a girl or even a guy who wants to be a girl, because that back then you didn't really hear much about it. Now you hear it more often because people are more comfortable. But when I was a little girl, when I was a teenager, I did see a lot of girls wear MAC makeup, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wear makeup. My grandma was so strict. If I did wear makeup to school, it would be like mascara, maybe eyeliner, and I would take it off before I get home, because she would whoop me. Can't mess with that. Woman there. But, and then then she kind of got over it, but that was more closer to when I was almost 18. She got over it. She didn't care. Then I would do my makeup every day, and it would be foundation, concealer, eyeshadow, mascara, eyebrow, which, I had to grow out my eyebrows because in the 90s, it was a thing to have thin eyebrows. My grandma got mad at me because she's like, you have beautiful eyebrows. Why would you do that? And I'm trying to be cool, Grandma. You don't understand. And then now I look at him like I was not cool. That was weird. I was going through a weird phase. But yes, I wanted to look less like a gremlin today. And I put some lipstick on. And then I actually put setting powder because my forehead was shiny, like blue. And my forehead was shiny. All this was shiny. And I'm like, I gotta make myself look decent. The lip one that I grabbed is... Oh no, hide the pores. Shane X Morphe. Oh my god. I'm gonna get canceled before I even get famous. It was the Shane X Jeffree Star collab, and this the color. I gotta go, and I think this is why I like doing this vlog wannabe podcast, because I'm rarely editing any. I won't edit it. I don't feel like I have to edit. But you just see my bloopers without any edit. Usually I'll have a lot of bloopers and I'll put it towards the end if I have any. It's very rare that I will not have bloopers. Bloopers? I don't know. I forgot English now. But anyways, so I put this on because I haven't used it. It smells like root beer. And I don't like root beer. But I like the smell. I don't like to eat it. I definitely don't like root beer float. That was my fault as a child. I ate too many of them because in Mexico, I don't know about now, but they don't have root beer float. So it wasn't, at least in my culture, at least in my family, root beer floats wasn't a thing. So I don't know about other people, but at least in my family, there's no such thing as root beer float. So when I found out about it when I was maybe in elementary school, I ate too many and I threw up. Ever since I stopped. There's another candy. It's a Mexican candy. It has a little rose. I forgot the name of it. But I don't remember much as me being a toddler. I only remember certain things. But I remember I ate a lot of them too. And I remember I went to school. Or it might have been daycare. I don't know. All I know is I was little. And I was trying to hold it. I was trying not to throw up. But I couldn't. I threw up. So this smells like root beer. Oh, another thing. I'm going through my list. I had my notebook, but then I just so disorganized, and I was trying to make it organized. So I'm going to use my phone because I'm trying to stay on track, but being organized, and I can't do that if I'm scribbling everywhere. First things first, I have an update on Madeyewlook. She restocked the colors, the body paint, and I bought it, and I also bought a shirt. It says non-toxic or something like that. But, I mean, I'm freaking toxica, but not like most toxicas out there, but yes. So I got it. I'm excited. I can't wait to get it. And then I can't wait to start doing all these looks I've been wanting to do. If you're scared of clowns, you got punked. I don't know what to tell you. I love clowns. I'm going to do a lot of that. I'm going to do a lot of scary stuff. I love Halloween. I love scariness. I believe in ghosts. So... sorry, not sorry. But if you do like clowns or scary stuff and know somebody who doesn't, I also will be doing TikToks, like transition TikToks, where I start like this and then bah, I got like all up in your face. Scariness, send it to people that are scared of clowns. I don't know why people are scared of clowns. I don't understand how people are scared of spiders. I love spiders. Yeah, I'm weird. Anyways, where was I? So yes, I have it on my phone to try to stay in track, which so far I haven't stayed on track. So yes, I bought the Madeyewlook, and my sound sounds different, or hopefully anybody cared about last time, or if they watched. I do sound better because I got a microphone. And when I went with it, I'm like, you know what? If it sounds good, great. If it doesn't, meh. But I did get a microphone. I bought this one, Movo. And it's so good compared to the older videos that I had. It's not even that old, but other videos that I've had to what I have now. I'm so happy because no shade on my in-laws. I love them, but they have the TV on kind of loud, so sometimes you can hear the background noise. And sometimes even it's distracting for me because then I'm like, they'll say something or they'll do something and I'm like, huh? And then I get distracted. But now I'm more focused on this, and I bought this. This is so powerful. It's small. It's actually smaller than the picture. Is it? It's small and it's powerful.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna put something on there. Also, I also have a kind of dark humor. More like just weird. Put it as weird because some people might think it's cool. Some people might think it's weird. Some people be like, you're crazy. I don't know. But anyways, I got a new microphone. I love it. It's small. I almost panicked because I opened it and it comes with a different wire too. Like for the camera, this one's for like your smartphone, and it comes with two of these, and then it comes with this. But I almost panicked because I saw that and I didn't see the microphone. I'm like, oh no, they did not give me the microphone. Well, as it turns out, they did, but it was in here inside this little bush thingy. Where's the hole to the bush?
That's what she said. No time. But she did. No time.
Right here. But yes, I almost panicked, but it turns out they just put it in there and a little thing on the bush.
That's what she said. Oh, no, not that. Just come on, you guys. Let's.
If you're not laughing and I can't save you, then that's on you. You have no sense of humor. Next. I already talked about the microphone. Look, I can even like click on it so I know that I'm done. So how did I come up with hella random? First of all, you haven't noticed, I'm so random. My topics, random. When I try to be on track, doesn't happen, I get random. So when I was trying to think of a title, I was hoping, I could do a full podcast, have my friend in it, use our initials to start the podcast or whatever, thinking of names, but that didn't happen. Now, I'm not like a huge fan of Seinfeld, but I do watch it, and I still think Seinfeld is pretty hot for his age, even now. But his title of a show about nothing, I'm like, oh my god, that's me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna copy that. I need to be original, or at least somewhat original. Well, I'm random. I say hella a lot. So that gives it like what state I'm in. But I say hella a lot. I grew up with the word hella, and I've been saying it since, and I don't know how to stop. So I had different titles, right? And then hella random was the one that kept sticking. So that's when I put Margie Presents Hella Random. And the reason why I put Margie Presents is because originally this was supposed to be me and my friend do a podcast and have our initials. But since that didn't work out because of the pandemic, because we have to social distance, because all these restrictions and stuff, and now it's Margie Presents Hella Random. And then maybe hopefully one day, when all this is over, I can do this with my friend. Then it'll be hella random. I want to put her on there. So yeah, the title of a show about nothing is what inspired the hella random title. Last time I was supposed to talk about podcasts that I enjoy, which I've already kind of talked about like the non-scary ones, but I really want to talk to the ones that are true crime, like serial killers, stuff like that. So I have a few. First one is Female Criminals hosted by Vanessa Richardson and Claire Delamar. They also do serial killers, but I'll go to that, which is the podcast network that does these. So I've done female criminals, and there's a lot that are really good, but let me highlight the ones that I think if you haven't watched, I would suggest watching. And I will put like a warning on here because first one is Cocaine Godmother, which is about Griselda Blanco. She is the godmother of cocaine. She's from Colombia. The way they explained it is that maybe there's a possibility that she might have had started, oh my God. How was I prepared and now I became unprepared? The other cocaine drug lord.
2,000 years later.
Pablo Escobar. Oh my God. I had to Google it because I forgot. But yes, Pablo Escobar. So they're saying that maybe she has something to do with that. I know she still has a son that is still alive. They have this show on, I think it's MTV. I think it's called Cartel Crew, but his name is Michael and he's still alive. He talks about her. And then on Female Criminals, they talk about the beginning of her story, like when she was a little girl, the things that she went to. She was crazy before she became a teenager. Like, it's crazy. And a lot of it has to do with like the government, how they had she pretty much started because she sees violence. She lives when there's people in violence, and she became one. And then she became like the queen of cocaine, drug dealing. It's crazy. So I would recommend, if you're gonna watch or listen to Female Criminals, Cocaine Godmother, Griselda Blanco is a good one. This one, I'm gonna say huge warning. Warning. Angel of Mercy, Janine Jones. When I tell you, I was angry. So my commute to the other city, I almost said what city? The other city that I worked at, where I had to commute for an hour, I would listen to podcasts. But when I listened to this one, so they do two parts. They do like how they would have started, like their childhood and stuff, and then they move on to all the killings. But in the morning, I listened to her whole youth and what she went through and stuff. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's traumatizing. But when I got to the part of all the killings that she has done, I was home and I was angry because what she did was she killed babies. She killed children. And it was this weird like sympathy that she was getting from people because she tried to be like the miracle worker who she would make the kids pretty much die, and then she tried to rescue them so she could look like a hero, and she liked that attention. But a lot of the babies died. She did so much harm. A lot of them. So the graphic part is that I don't know how to pronounce this, but there's a thing that they inject people to thin the blood, and she would do that to babies and the babies would like bleed out from their nose, from their ears, from mouth, everywhere they would have a hole, it would bleed out. So a lot of them were babies. She would also numb the kids and pretend like she's giving like CPR and like trying to rescue them. And then if the baby died, she would cry so she can get sympathy from people and their parents. And it was crazy. And it took so long because another thing was that nurses were raising the red flag about her. And because she had a good reputation, they didn't pursue it. It took a very long time. And sadly, it took too many children for them to investigate and realize what happened. I believe she's still alive and she's still arrested. But it is very, very graphic and very sad when you listen to all the details of what that horrible woman. She was a nurse. It's crazy. The Death House landlady, Dorothea Puente. So I didn't really get into this one up until I was watching Ghost Adventures. So I like watching that stuff. I believe in it. My husband thinks it's nonsense. He's a non-believer. That's fine. Everybody can believe whatever they want. I find it amazing. But honestly, sometimes I feel like that show is BS. Because I feel like if they don't get something, a reaction, like they exaggerate, it's just weird. Because I feel like all of them are legit, the things that they discover or record. But I feel sometimes I feel like they don't really get much and they try to like act into it or make a scene or something. But and this was in Sacramento, California. So this lady, Dorothea Puente, killed a lot of people and buried them in that house. So I guess people would go and rent there, and so she killed about 15 people, buried them, poisoned them, decapitated them. One detective talked about how he thought it was like a tree, like the root, and pulled it and it was someone's leg. Like the skin came out of the leg, but they didn't know it was skin because he said it was like leathery up until the forensics took look at it, and then they determined it was skin. Oof. So that must have been traumatizing. So I do watch Ghost Adventures. A lot of it I find it really interesting in it. There's a few that did creep me out, I'm not gonna lie. One of them was this one that it creeped me out over all the things that they recorded. It was crazy. And then I'm like, wait, I had seen it before on female criminals, but I never really paid attention to it until after I saw that episode, and then I listened to it. I'm like, oh my god, I got chills. I got chills. Oh my god, my skin got all. And I'll do it again. Next one, True Crime Daily is hosted by Ana Garcia. Let me just verify. Got my notes here. Yeah, Ana Garcia. And there's 3 of them that I really recommend. The first one I listened to with this one, I was going through like seeing what titles like attract me, but this is like the first one that I was like, what? It's called, it doesn't have like a title like the way serial killers, crime junkies, and female criminals does. Their titles are a little long sometimes, I feel, but one of them I actually cut it short because I didn't want to like type everything that's on there. But woman marries her dad after killing the boyfriend. Gross. To think that, it's just gross. Just gross. I feel bad for the family of the gentleman that got killed because they killed him. If you don't want to listen, I would just try to go forward. But if you want to listen, or you're one of them like myself, like I'll still listen if somebody spoils it. The only one I don't like to listen to as far as spoilers is like movies like the Avengers, even Star Wars now because I'm a nerd now. But like this kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll still listen to because it's still interesting. But I feel bad for the family because not only did they kill him, they buried him in the backyard, and then they unburied him again, and then buried him again. Like that is not even on the same day. Like it took days. And then they got arrested because they were married. Like father, it wasn't like a stepdaughter, nothing. It was like his legit daughter. That's it. And they had to kill the boyfriend. Why don't you just break up with the guy and then do your disgusting things with your dad. Like, that's disgusting and it's crazy. So there's one of them. They also have like little bits of crimes at towards the end. So they'll have like different like petty crimes and stuff. So that's funny. And I like Ana Garcia because she really puts her, well, they all do, but when you listen to some of the things that she talks about, she really gets into it. Oh, and another thing, she'll have co-hosts like police officers, retired detectives, lawyers, DAs. She'll have them on the episodes too. So if you want to learn something about it, you'll actually learn a lot from the justice thing with all the people that she has. So that's the first one. The second one, FBI most wanted for killing 2 daughters. It probably says something else, but I paraphrase. If you haven't heard, you can probably find it on YouTube, but these girls got killed by their dad. But one of the girls dialed 911 and she was screaming about how I'm dying. I think she mentioned that her dad shot them, and by the time they found them, they were dead, both her and her sister. And I have a feeling that the dad was just a pervert and wanted his daughters to himself, because they also talked about clips of him recording the daughters and like trying to say, oh, they're beautiful and all this. Kind of like not even like complimenting, like, oh, my daughter's cute, my daughter's... No, like it sounds like in a sexual way. Kind of like what Trump describes his daughter Ivanka. That inappropriate. Probably some people won't like what I just said. I don't care. Let's see. So it's so weird. And I think they found him. I don't want to really spoil this one. I want you guys to listen to. And also so you guys can listen to the recording, because I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube. It's really sad. Like, those girls were beautiful and they were so nice, and they just wanted to, they had boyfriends that weren't part of their religion or any of that, and they had to hide it. They were trying to be clever, and when a parent has that much control, it kind of sucks. And when the dad finds out, he kills his daughters. It's sad. The other one that also made me so mad called Justice for Amish Girl. This poor girl got pregnant and became a teenage mom. But she got pregnant because her brothers raped her. I was so mad when I was listening to this, because I guess there's something going on with the Amish community or the Amish religion, that it was harder to get justice for her, and they had told the brothers that they could not see her or her baby. They don't say her name, and I think it's because she's underage. But they still went into the house where she was at, and it seems like that community has their own little like town, and they all talk to each other and stuff, and defend each other even if they're wrong. And that made me really mad, because I thought that was like really messed up. Like, you have to respect, not just respect, but sorry, it cut off, and then I thought I pressed play, and then I was talking for a good few seconds, and then it turns out I didn't. Anyways, so yes, I was really mad because this one, Justice for Amish Girl, like, ugh. I don't know. We're supposed to protect our children. We're supposed to respect women. We're supposed to teach our sons. Because also I feel like the parents have something to do with this. Because you have to show your sons how to be gentlemen, not be rapists. And I guess it's harder to figure out because, like I said, Amish, at least there, where she was at, they have their own thing, their own justice, their own and it's kind of hard. Wrong is wrong, okay? And I don't know how else to explain it, but that really made me mad. Crime junkies. So crime junkies, like I said previously, they do more than just the serial killers and all that. It is hosted by Ashley and Britt, and they are so fun to listen to. I really like them. They do a lot of different things, not just like stick to one. Smile Face Killer, it's a conspiracy about these people who disappear and stuff. There always happens to be a smiley face, so they talk about that conspiracy. It's really cool. It's like interesting. It actually got me thinking like, oh, but then I'm like, okay, if I can't solve it, you know. The other one is Rodney Akala. He's a serial killer, aka dating game killer. Now I realized that they have one, and I think it's HBO, and I was gonna start listening to it or watching it, but then I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it when I'm not. I was actually editing the previous episode. I'm like, okay, I need to take a break, rewatch it because it's really interesting. He's a serial killer that happened all in the 70s, and it showed him on a dating show, and I don't know why some women still find men like that attractive. Yeah, he was handsome, and then I found out that he's a serial killer. I'm like, ew. And some women still like that. Like, I don't know why. It's weird. But I listened to it. Now I'm going to watch it because I want to just compare it and just in case. The other one, and this one is coming back. The murder of Lacey Peterson. So this also happened, I think in Sacramento? No, Stockton? Well, up north, Cal. And Scott Peterson was charged with murder of his wife and unborn son. It's sad. They found her body decapitated. She was missing legs. The baby wasn't there, but her cervix was there. Then they found the baby later on, no placenta, and he was missing some parts of his body. They think that they couldn't tell if the baby was dead or alive. They have a theory that maybe the baby was still in the body, and then it just like got out of the mom's body because she died, and that's why he was more intact than her. But Scott Peterson, they're trying to do a retrial. And the way it's all explained, it when you see it on TV, you're like, oh, he's guilty. It's him. But then when crime junkies, when they explained it, you're like, It did make me double think of double think. Oh, is he or is he not? So yes, that one and the other one. Oh, serial killers. Serial killers is the same, or at least one of them is the same host from female criminals. And it's Vanessa Richardson and Greg Polson. There have so many of them, like so many good ones. Like really good and scary. But this one, when I tell you that to this day I am mad. So this has to do with the serial killer. They call him the Beast. They did multiple episodes of him, and he's still alive. And where he's at, they don't believe in the death penalty. And I feel like they should be. But it's a serial killer named Luis Alfredo Garavito Cubillos, also known as La Bestia or the Beast, from Colombia. Warning, because this has to do with children. He killed so many children that some don't know whose parents are or who they are. They confirmed 138 killings. He claims to have killed 300. The way he got away with a lot of this was because, one, he would move from place to place. He would change his outfits. He would recruit children, mainly all boys. Like, he would recruit, sadly, the poorest of the poor. Because if they go missing, nobody, I guess at the time, nobody cares. They're poor. A lot of them are orphans. So nobody, who's gonna report them? You know? And sadly, the ones that they get reported, they don't have dental records because they were so poor, they couldn't see a dentist. So who knows how many of them that the parents have, reported missing, don't know if that's their child because they don't have a dental record. So they can't match them. There was mass graves of children's bones that he buried. And a lot of them, he's still alive. And he is still in Colombia. He is in jail. He's by himself because people want to kill him. I mean, it's not the right thing to do. He should serve justice. But at the same time, when they found out about all the killings that he's done and all being children, poor boys and stuff, he took advantage of them, being the fact that they are poor, told them that, he had a job for them, made them go really far into forest or fields until they got exhausted. Not only did he kill them, but he tortured them. He did all kinds of bad stuff. Like, this is very graphic. These episodes of The Beast are so graphic and so detailed. They have a warning. And I will also say, beware. If you're going to listen to this, just know that it's very, very graphic. Like, they go into detail of all the things that he did to the kids. And that's a lot of children. I was so mad. And then to find out he was going to be eligible for parole. I don't know. How can you not have a law for people like that? Like, they could only serve maybe a few years, maybe life in prison, but no death penalty. I don't know. He was supposed to go release, I think this year or last year. I don't remember. I don't understand how this is possible. How is a government in any country okay with still keeping this person alive? Or not just alive, but if you're not gonna kill some, sentence them to death, at least put them life in prison. They shouldn't be out. It doesn't matter if they're old and they can't do the things they do. It doesn't matter. That's not right. There's a lot of parents who don't know if that is their kid, and if that is their kid, which one is it? Which out of all those skeletons of all those kids that were murdered and buried is theirs? Now I'm getting all angry. But yes, that one. I only did one because that was already too much. But they also have other ones that are really good. So I really recommend that one. And let's see. Oh yeah. Books that I've read. So, as you can tell by my intro, I'm a Stephen King. And I also forgot to put my book on the intro. I don't know why I forgot. But yes, I'm a fan of Stephen King. Ugh. If you're interested in knowing how I review some books, and it's not all Stephen King, but I've read other books, I do have a different playlist, which I haven't done another book review. But I do love Stephen King. All the movies that I loved growing up, I come to find out excuse me, I needed a burp. All had to do with books written by Stephen King. My very first scary movie was It. That's how I fell in love with clowns. I watched Cujo, Overdrive, I don't remember if I watched The Green Mile. I think I have. I don't remember. But I've done Shane Hawk's Redemption. I didn't know that was a book. I definitely did not know Cujo was a book. And Overdrive. Those two I would never have guessed, but I have. And one I haven't watched was Carrie and The Shining. Yeah. But other than that, I have so many of Stephen King books and so many favorite movies. It's crazy because I don't get nightmares. Some people have mentioned that they do get nightmares reading their books. I don't. I sleep like a baby. But I'm afraid of ghosts. No, I'm not afraid of ghosts. I forgot where I was going with this. Other than talking about how I'm a huge fan of Stephen King. If he ever sees us, oh my God. I don't know what I would do. I would probably panic. But I love reading his books. Although sometimes I have to take a break from his books. I'm not gonna lie, I do, because sometimes they are too much. Like too much. I remember I asked somebody what they were reading, and they were reading like this book, and then we started the conversation, and I'm like, oh, I'm reading Stephen King's The Outsider, and they're like, oh, the lady was like, oh, I can't read that. I can't. I've had that's so many reactions that I get from people when they ask me, what am I, usually I'm reading a Stephen King, or what am I reading, or, what have I read? And that's their first reaction, like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do it. No. But this lady, she kind of made me laugh. She's like, I was listening to one of his books, because when I drive, I listen to audibles, and did I say it right? Or whatever. And she was like, it was nice. All the people in the town are happy and everything. All of a sudden, their heads pop off. And I couldn't stop it. That's stuck in my head. That is so funny and so hilarious. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. But I love his books and his movies. Oh, it's so amazing. Let's see. I think that's it for today. Because I was just going to try to catch up. So this is going to be like the shortest episode, I think. Oh, a little quick note, a little thing that I wanted to also talk about. So my husband and I, we have this weird relationship. A lot of girls take the what if too serious. So sometimes I'll be like, what if there's a zombie apocalypse? What would you do? And then he'll be like, oh, I'll survive. I'm pursue, like things like that, and I find it funny. So the other day, this is my section of Bert and Margie. So we went to Best Buy, and when this whole pandemic, they have to limit the amount of people. We went to Best Buy, and because we were together, I guess some people there's someone counting how many people go in, how many people go out, and a lot of people don't think we're together. So then the gentleman tells my husband, go ahead. And then he tells me, can you please wait, ma'am? And I'm like, oh. And my husband's like, oh, she's with me. And the guy's like, oh, well, you're going to have to wait. I started laughing, and my husband said, now you see the problem with being married? I'm like, I don't know why you didn't do what you usually do when we go to Costco. Like when they ask me, you pretend like you don't know me and run off. I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to look at stuff. So yeah, we say things like that, and we just laugh. I don't take him serious. He doesn't take me serious. Like when we say things like that to each other. I was, sorry, I note down all the things that we say, like when it makes me laugh. I was looking at, I think maybe like puppy. Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with chihuahuas. I've always raised chihuahuas, hamsters. Oh my God, I love hamsters, but they don't last long. I was traumatized. I want another hamster though, but I've had 2 hamsters, and I didn't know that they didn't last that many years. One died after the other. I was like crying because my white fluffy one died, and then later on, not the same day, but like weeks after my black one died, I was like, oh my God, no. And then I saw this damn TikTok that one girl supposedly thought that her hamster was dead, and it turned out her hamster was hibernating. My husband made me feel worse. He goes, ooh, what if you buried your hamsters and it turns out they were hibernating? I'm like, how dare you say that to me? Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. Was it during winter when I thought they died? Well, if they weren't dead. Oops. But anyways, I was looking at doggies, like puppies, because I want a puppy chihuahua. My husband's like, why do you want the little rat? I'm like, same thing. I want a hamster. They're small and cute. But I said, my heart will explode from all the cuteness. He replied with, in order for that to happen, you must have one. Hella rude, but hella funny. When we were in a parking lot, I should do like a stand-up / sitting down comedy. Because I would say stand-up comedy, but I'm always sitting down. And then try to find people to laugh and then record the laughter and then put it on there. Now I won't be able to sleep because I'm going to be thinking about how I'm supposed to do that. Anyways, where we were going? I think we were going to go to Starbucks. I don't know where we're going. But we were in a parking lot. We were trying to find parking, and my husband, we were near a cardenas that used to be in mi pueblo. And they have sugar canes at season, whatever they have, like where they have a lot of sugar canes. And my husband's like, why is everybody carrying sugar canes? I'm like, oh, to eat, to make juice. He goes, but why the whole thing? I'm like, well, I don't know about them, but my family, my grandma would buy sugar cane and she would just chop it and we'd just chew it. Just like that and chew it and drink the juice like that. And he's like, oh, this is weird. I'm like, maybe that's why my jaw hurts all the time. He said, and no, it's because you talk too much. So rude. Oops. But I love him. He's annoying, but I love him. And we say all kinds of things. Other things that we send to each other. Oh my God. Every time I think about it, I laugh. Like, I look like sometimes it'll come to me randomly and I'll be laughing. And if I'm around people, they probably think I'm crazy. The other time I had asked him to throw away batteries because I replaced the batteries on a remote. And I'm like, here, can you throw these away? And he threw them in the trash. I'm like, no, don't throw them in the trash. It's like, why not? It's a trash. Because batteries go in a different trash. They don't go in that trash. What's the difference? I'm like, see, this is why there's global warming. My husband's response to that was, you are the reason why there's headache medicine. I swear, I need to find some laughing because I'm over here laughing by myself with my baby Yodas. Like a crazy person. See, like, there's 3 right there. There's 3. You can't see the other one because I put it to sleep. Focus or ghost? But yes, there's one little. Oh, wait, right there. Yeah. So hella random. I think that's it for today. Now I'm gonna keep thinking about stand-up, sitting down comedy. I'm figuring out how I'm gonna put laughing sounds. Maybe I'll figure something out. I've been getting better at the editing because the last time I did video editing or Photoshop or anything like that was when I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. Like, a lot of people were barely, it was the 90s. Let me tell you that, 90s. That's when I did Photoshop and video edit. Anyways, so also another thing I need to stop saying is I say anyways all the time. It's not even anyways, it's anyway, but I say anyways. So I'm trying to be cool. Actually, no, I'm not trying to be cool. I'm just trying to be me. Just random. Weird. That's all. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. Like if you like this video. Tell everybody to subscribe and like the video. And if you care about notifications, click the bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.